So next we have Crisosto Apache, and whoops, did I take it by surprise?
Yes.
That's good, and I'm delighted that you're here. I'm delighted that you are rejoining us with all your accolades and all your publications, because I can remember you in my class, and that was not too long ago. So you've accomplished an incredible amount in the in-between. Thank you, Crisosto.
Like Renee said, it's kind of strange being back on campus. I'm an alumni from 2013 from the English writing department. And I've since gotten my MFA from the Institute of American Indian Arts in 2015. And I was very grateful to work with a lot of Native American established writers like Linda Hogan, Joy Harjo, Sherman Alexie, so some of the big names. So I was very grateful to have gone and have been a part of that inaugural class. I am working on, this is one of the manuscripts that I started after finishing here. It's called Genesis, and Genesis is marked through. And it's sort of like my own emergent story of a collection of poems that I've put together, and I've been submitting it to a lot of different places. One of the poems was published in the American Indian Culture and Research Journal out of UCLA. It's one of 3 that have been published, and it's called Ex Artifact. I was doing some work on, since we're doing immigration movement and migration. I was doing some work with treaties. So I was reading a lot of the treaties and sort of trying to figure out how to turn them into poetry. So specifically treaties that dealt with my tribe. I'm Chiricahua Apache, Muscalero Apache, and Dene Navajo. So the treaties that I dealt with were specifically to the Muscalero. I'm going to read the intro to one of them. This is called Ex Artifact. Articles of a treaty made and entered into at Santa Fe, New Mexico on the 1st day of July in the year of our Lord 1852 by and in between Colonel E.V. Sumner, USA, commanding the 9th Department and in charge of the Executive Office in New Mexico, and John Grenier, Indian Agent in and for the Territory of New Mexico, and the Acting Superintendent of Indian Affairs and of said territory, representing in the United States and Cuentas, Azeles, Blancito, and Negrito, Captain Simon, Captain Vuelta, and Manguez Colorados, chiefs acting on part of the Apache Nations of Indians situated and living within the limits of the United States, Treaty of the Apache in 1852. So that's one segment, but it's sort of a redaction that I put inside, so this is what it looks like. And the poem goes, Ex Artifact, on Broken Treaties. Artifact 1, Dahe. Acknowledge endless run. Acknowledge constant blood loss. Acknowledge song. Declare and disclose massive body piles. Declare and disclose endless dirt mounds. Declare and disclose loss of breath. Unsubmit brutal legacies. Unsubmit the binding authority. Unsubmit rights to sunlight. Return the life to itself return life. Artifact 2, Nakai. Hostile as parasite is host, and host is to body hostile. It cannot stop docile seekers from finding docile pickers from picking enmity as reason for the hostile hostility and seeking the found and resulting in death, hostile parasite, hostile body. Artifact 3, tight. Binds burgeon the hard surfaces of rail cars. Binds are tighter ropes around hands, binding haunts and hunting humiliated first citizens of these united fates of our armory. Intercourse of interludes are interjections, are entering us while singing away our arcs of cradles. Meanwhile, the steam engines carry us away. But why? Why do these steam engines' sounds survive through the ages? Artifact 4, D. Nowache, move towards. Nowache. Nishjishe, move away from. Nishjishe. Move away from the aggression. Move away from the imposition. Move away from the property. Move away from the territorial possession. Move away from the confining terms. Move away from the terms which turn the worms inside these soils. Artifact 5, Ashlight. Binds burgeon the hard surfaces of rail cars. Binds are tighter words around hands, binding necks, clearing smokestacks and creating hisses and hoisting hostages. Still hangs, still hanging, still hung. Binds are predators with preying predispositions as invasive species, invasive population. Binds constricts as constrictions are to contradictions, as captives are to surrender. Binds are federal agents possessing possessions and property. Get off the property. Artifact 6, Gustani. As stated, murder purges, murder merges, murder maltreats Indians and the human convex and the human concave and the human coronary. As stated, convictions cauterize the capable criminals as savages. Artifact 7, Gustidi. As so stipulated, authority is a gaveling nail indeed. Artifact 8, Tsambi. In the order which authorize petulant trade, petty pilferages, and those who are governed, on the order which designates those to contradicted place, which as a reservation, a place equal to concentration camps, on the order which deems those placeless. Artifact 9, Ngustai. To the issue of boundaries, they are excavating, they are executing, they are executive, they are excavate boundaries, they are execute binding boundaries, they are executive order boundaries. To the issue of boundaries, they are the happiness of sad Indians. Artifact 10, Gustani. Strip off and strip away all our relations. Strip off and strip away all liberal museum stipulations. Strip off all illegal measures and all our political belongings. Strip off all our relations humanely strip off and strip away all. Artifact X. Bind still burgeons the hard surfaces of rail cars. Binds still are tighter ropes around hands, binding bodies, mapping boundaries, and adopting dot marks. Binds still burgeon blankets to bodies, bodies to measles, influenza, and smallpox. Stipulations are still the happiness of sad Indians in our correction, their faith. In this year of our correction, their Lord, 8,152, to end all prayers. Bikegondan. Thank you.